Hi there, and welcome to this week's edition of Top End Track Talk. I'm Andrew O'Toole, and today we'll be previewing this coming Saturday's meeting here from Fanny Bay in Darwin, which will be the 6th of May. With some 11 days since our last meeting, the fields for Saturday have held up adequately, with 35 acceptors in 5 races. This meeting is traditionally on the light side, falling as it does just a week after the conclusion of the Alice Springs Cup Carnival. However, 5 races have been supported, and with a fortnight until the next meeting in the top end, the numbers can be expected to improve as we start the long build-up towards the Darwin Cup Carnival. The first race gets underway at the mid-afternoon time of 2:37 p.m, while the last of the handful is scheduled to jump at 5:10 p.m. In the first, the Sky Racing Handicap over 1,300 metres, my numbers are 1, 4 and 2. This, the 0 to 70 event, as I mentioned, over the 1,300 metres. I'm going with number 1 on top here, Soul Spirit. This mare's done nothing wrong in her 2 starts in Darwin to date. Trained by Phil Cole, she's won them both. Wayne Davis rode first up, then Emma Lyons was aboard last time out. That was the 25th of April, of course, Anzac Day. Young Emma goes on again. She claims the 3 kilos. She rode a winner in Alice Springs on day 4 of the carnival down there. She's going really well, young Em. She takes the mount here on Soul Spirit and looking to make it 3 in a row. I think it will. In for second, number 4, Swing with Junior, from the stable of Chloe Baxter. Jade Hampson, didn't she have a carnival in Alice Springs? The leading rider, of course, she won the Alice Springs Cup, came within a very short margin of doing the big double with Expert Witness running second in the Pioneer, and she's just riding in superb form, our star apprentice of the top end, Jade. Takes the mount here for Chloe Baxter, drawn the 1 gate, been getting close to a win. I thought its first up run was not bad. That was on the 25th of April, and I'm looking for it to go a bold race here, especially over the 1,300 metres. And in for third, number 2, Thunder Peak, Jared Todd aboard for Gary Clark. She's won her last 2. She's in really good form, this mare, and she must be right in the mix in the opener on the day. But my numbers in the opener, 1, 4 and 2. The second's the 6T Car and Truck Rental NT Handicap. This over the 1,300 as well for the 0 to 58 gallopers, and the numbers here are 3, 2 and 1. Going here with number 3, Malibu Edition, from the stable of Tom Logan and Sonia Wiseman, his partner in the saddle. Sonia had a good carnival in Alice, third in the sprint the other day with Poo P. And Malibu Edition's a last start winner. That was way back on Australia Day, though, the 26th of January. But Tommy certainly knows how to prepare one fresh up, and I think Malibu Edition will be right ready and rearing to go here in the second. I have it on top to beat number 2, Brahmavi Ruboy, from the Chris Pollard stable. Emma Lyons takes the mount here. 4th last time out behind Zip Lane. That was in our last meeting here in the last race, in fact. Wasn't a bad run, I didn't think, Brahmavi Ruboy, and he's a trier, and he's right in this event. And in for third, number 1, I'm a Dreamer. Talking about horses trying, this horse has run second at his last 3 for Tayan Holter. Paul Shires stays aboard. He rode last time out, and I've got it in to run third. Numbers in the second, 3, 2 and 1. The third's the Ladbroke Handicap. This is the highest grade race of the day, the benchmark 76. Only a small field here, and of course Phil Cole, he holds the key. He has 4 of the 5. My numbers here are 1, 2 and 4. Best bet of the day for my number 1, El Magnificence, only just narrowly beaten last time out by Bell's Banner, and Emma Lyons takes the mount here, claims the 3 kilos down to 55 kilograms, brings this horse in beautifully here for Coley, and he's a consistent galloper. He won his previous 2 starts before that second placing, and he just looks the horse to beat here. Number 1, ahead of Great Diviner. Number 2, interesting runner. This one, of course, has been racing in Alice Springs, trained by Gary Clark through the carnival. Jared Todd aboard, finished 5th on Cup Day behind That's Justified. Wasn't beaten far. That was over the 1,400. Drops back in trip. Went some handy races in Alice for sure. Just couldn't put its foot right on the till, but I've got it in to run second here. And in for third, number 4, Ye Hella. Wayne Davis aboard for Coley. Consistent type 1, 4 starts back, and hasn't done much wrong since in being placed, and I think it can fill the trifecta placings. 1, 2 and 4 my numbers in the third. We move over the page to the 4th, the Silks Mother's Day Luncheon on the 14th of May, Trobus Maiden Plate. For the non-winners, a field of 5 here. This one over the 1,100 metres, and my numbers are 2, 3 and 4. A newcomer to Darwin here, Taekwondo. Trained by Tayan Holter, Paul Shires aboard. Has had the 15 starts without winning, has had 2 seconds and a third, but its recent form, admittedly that was last year, hasn't raced since the 14th of November, was placed efforts at Tamworth, Muswellbrook and Scone. That's probably decent enough form, you would think, for a maiden race in Darwin. First up on the track's always the question, of course, but Tayan's a master trainer and she'll have this horse ready to go. I think number 2 on top. To beat number 3, Bluffed. He's coming back in trip from his last start second. That was over 1,300. So that's probably not ideal, but has the services of Jared Todd. Peter Stennett puts the polish on this one. Steno had a winner at the last meeting here. And even though, as I say, it's a little bit on the short side, I think can run a drum. And in for third, number 4, Ruby, trained by Chris Pollard and Casey Hunter aboard. Last couple of runs have been good, third placings. Similarly, dropping back in trip, but I thought it could lead them a merry dance here. Number 4, Ruby. Numbers in the 4th, 2, 3 and 4. And the last is the Winner Vespa Scooter at Silks Handicap. That sounds like something worthwhile being involved in. Over the 1,100 for the 0 to 64 gallopers. Numbers here are 6, 3 and 2. I'm giving Adora Dancer a chance here. I thought its last run wasn't bad. That was on the 14th of April. Was only 4th on that occasion, of 4, so basically finished at the tail behind Bell's Banner. But that was in 0 to 70 company. Its previous effort was in the same grade behind Our Magnificence, finished 4th of 5. Has had a trial since, and I just like the way it trialled. Emma Lyons goes aboard, claims the 2 kilos, takes the weight to 54 kgs. And I think Adora Dancer will give you a real good sight in the last, number 6. Ahead of number 3, Global Wonder, trained by Gary Clark. And great to see Alice Lindsay back in the top end. Alice just recently relocated back here from South Australia. Of course, she rode here for a good period of time and rode for Phil Cole for a while and for Gary Clark. She's back with the Clark stable now. Senior rider Alice, she's out of her time and we welcome her back with open arms. She has the mount here on Global Wonder. He's a last start winner and I'm sure Alice will give him every possible chance. And in for third, number 2, Canton Kid, Jade Hampson for Tayan Halter. Fresh up, hasn't raced since the 4th of March, so it's had a little break, a couple of months off. Speedy type on his day, and I think Canton Kid will certainly be there or thereabouts in the last. Numbers in race 5 are 6, 3 and 2. Best bet of the day in the 3rd, number 1, Our Magnificence. Just looks made for him, really, with the lightweight Emma Lyons aboard. He was really good the other day behind Bell's Banner. Only just caught late. 4 on, ready solidly to be beaten just less than half a length. I think he'll be winning this time. Well, the best roughies in race 2, number 8, Floriat Pika. Probably won't be that rough either. His latest form hasn't been bad. But race 2, number 8, Floriat Pika. Well, that wraps up this edition of Top End Track Talk. But before we go, I'd like to congratulate all the winners from Alice Springs Cup weekend, especially the connections of Write Your Name and Supreme Attraction, the 2 feature race victors down there. Very well done to Dick Leach and Jade Hampson for winning the Cup with Write Your Name, and to Terry and Leanne Gillette and Stan Sakos, who took out the Pioneer Sprint. The next meeting here in Darwin is on the 20th of May, so a fortnight away. In between times, we go down the road to the Barclay to the annual Tennant Creek meeting, the 2 Cups race meeting there in the Barclay. Looking forward to getting back and seeing all the team there. And until next time, here in the Top End, good luck and good punting.